So welcome to our Freshman Awards ceremony. So what's the best news about this day, today? You're halfway through freshman year already. So for some of you, the transition's been great. Come over, gotten to work, and are taking advantage of everything from sports to activities. That's the great news. I know that some of you have struggled a bit getting started, and those of you who struggled a bit through first semester, that's not uncommon. It happens. So now that you're settled in, make sure that you are here doing your best. If you need help from Mrs. Flanagan or myself, please let us know. Again, take advantage of after school time. Take advantage. You can certainly come to Saturdays. I have some students who actually sign themselves up to come. Find it to be a good time to get their homework done on a Saturday morning. So that's great. I'm not going to take a lot of time. Our plan for the afternoon is to present our awards. I think Mrs. Flanagan said somewhere over 130 students will be recognized today. After we're done, I'm going to dismiss you by sections to the cafeteria. The culinary arts folks have put together a nice little snack for us in the end. And then at that point, once the 2:02 bell rings, we'll dismiss directly from the cafeteria. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dean. So I will start off by saying that you're an amazing class. You have done well. You're right through first semester. You're halfway done. I do appreciate everyone being polite and respectful of everyone else, and we will get started right away. So this is our 7th annual Freshman Recognition Award Ceremony. Our administration and faculty wanted to recognize freshmen as they completed their first semester and transitioned to high school. This is our ceremony where we are recognizing the academic, social, and civic accomplishments of all of our 9th graders. Our staff members were asked to consider nominating our grade 9 students who've taken leadership roles in the classroom and during after-school clubs and activities, and nominating students in each one of our categories, and we have now tallied them up, and we are going to present our awards. So we will start. Our first category of freshmen is Most Improved. So these are students who may have struggled at any point during the first semester and have shown significant signs of improvement in their classes. What I will do is I will announce the student's name, and Mr. D, you can come up. Mr. D will present your certificate and your award. So our first student, Most Improved, Nicole Olari. Our second student, Most Improved, Camille Anktel. Next, Most Improved, Haley Arguin. Next, Most Improved, Bridget Azarowski. Next student, Most Improved, Alexandra Backus. Next up, Most Improved, Aaron Berg. Next, listed as Most Improved, Melvin Castaneda. Next up, Most Improved, Cameron Chisholm.
So folks, as I'm going along, I'm going to avoid shaking your hands. We're in the midst of cold and flu season, and I'm afraid what I do is pass somebody's germs to me to you.
Fair enough. And I also should have given the caveat, I apologize ahead of time. I'm going to try to pronounce everyone's name correctly. If I don't, I apologize ahead of time. Next up for Most Improved, Kaylor Davis. Next up, Most Improved, Cameron Jolet. Next up, most improved, Taylor Gay. Most improved, Noah Janess. Also most improved, Christina Gantos. With an Austin Brady shirt, I love it. Next up, Jason Gizzy. Also most improved, Ava Gleason. And do your best to help your classmates get out of their rows if they need to. Ava's right over here. Next up, most improved, Hunter Hill. Also most improved, Kylie Eisen. Most improved, Isabella Laterno. My favorite part of this is the enthusiasm that you guys show for each other. I think that's awesome. All right, next up, Alyssa Maldonado. Thank you. Yeah, let me know if someone's absent. All right, next up, most improved, Noah Mayotte. Most improved, Adam Mazika. Next up, Emma McCarthy. Also most improved, Kylie McDermott. Next up, most improved, Zoe Melanson. We love you, Zoe. Next up, most improved, Moses Murphy. Most improved, Olivia Parker. Also most improved, Christopher Pytel. Most improved, Cameron Rossetti. Most improved, Alexander Rossi. Also most improved, Timothy Sturtevant. Most improved, Mackenzie Sweeney. Most improved, Cohen Walder. And last but not least, most improved, Ethan Watkins. Ethan, come up. I'm going to get you certificate. All right, great job. Great job. We will now move to our second category. Good job. Our second category, students are most involved. Students who participate in school clubs, sports and activities, those who show school spirit, attend school events, and participate with enthusiasm. You guys with me? Okay, first up for most involved, Nathan Blaine. most involved, Ann Brower. So you know, what students are receiving for gifts right now are these discs that were made by our manufacturing department in the tech division, handmade, class of 2022. Okay. Next up for most involved, Dan DiStefano. Also most involved, Aiden Filler. Mr. D's getting his exercise today. Next up, most improved, Emma Dean Hughes. Most involved, thank you, Ben. I'm sorry, most involved. I said the wrong thing. So Emma Dean, right here. Next up, most involved, Madison LaFlamme. Also most involved, Jared LaPlante. Most involved, Liliana Nichols. Most involved, Eva Rapignola. Also, most involved, Rachel Repose. Loving all this Patriots gear, you guys. Great job. Next up, most involved, Dakota Shen. Also most involved, Libby Sheldon. Also nominated most involved, Dylan Thompson. Next up, most involved, Gianna Yuanzi. Next up, most involved, Annalise Wengender. Another awesome Patriots shirt. Next up, Nathan Winco. Also most involved, Emma Winkler. And last but not least, most involved, Aiden Wiseman. All right, you ready for our next category? Emma Winkler. Oh, she's right over here. Thank you. All right, next category. You guys with me? All right, next category is most helpful and dependable. Students who assist others in the classroom, helping students, instructional aides, teachers, and substitute teachers. First up, for most helpful, Jameson Artist. Nice smile, very good. Next up, for most helpful, Autumn Bissonette. Also most helpful, Kaylee Dalrymple. Most helpful, Nathaniel Damon. Not here, thank you. Next up, most helpful, Shannon Dunn. With the Brady shirt, love it. Next up, most helpful, Alexander Garcia. Most helpful, Janessa Gingras. Also most helpful, Maxwell Gold. Next up, most helpful, Megan Hooker. Also most helpful, Emma Jacobson. Next up, most helpful, Nathaniel Lacey. Okay, next up, most helpful, Emma Lashes. Also, most helpful, Olivia Livingston. Also, most helpful, Jessica Maudsley. Next up, most helpful, Griffin Michalak. Next up, most helpful, Samantha Mutlick. Also most helpful, Caitlin Navido Latino. Also most helpful, Eve Oni. Most helpful, Lorelei Soper. With the Gronk shirt, just like Mrs. Flanagan. Also, most helpful, Caitlin Sweets. Most helpful, Katie Wade. And last but not least, most helpful, Haley Willett.
I swear to God. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Shut up. Don't ever do that shit. They're recording. I will guarantee it's on that tape.
All right, ready? Our next category. Our next category is most service to school and community. These are students who show overall leadership among their peers and who display the characteristics of being positive role models. These students may not be top of the class or captains of teams, but they work hard to make good choices and encourage others to make good choices as well. First up for our most service is Tyler Archambault. Next up, most service, Joseph Cummins. Also most service, Angelina DiMartino. Most service, Celeste Downey. Gotta let her through. Also, most service, Kylie Fitzgerald. Most service to school and community, Hannah Fury. Also, most service, Hallie Jackson. Most service, Gabriella Kaludis. I think I missed one. Most service to school and community, Jessica Ertzgaard. How did I miss her? I love you, Miss Jessica. Faith McCormick. Miss Emily Mills. Also, most service to school and community, Julia Quintal. Come on down. Most service, Tommy Segan. Most service to school and community, Miss Abby Statenfield. Also, most service, Daniel Torres. Also, most service, Alexander Williams. And last but not least, most service to school and community, Nathan Wright. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
This is when it gets serious. So, oh wait, yeah, hear what I gotta say. The next three categories I like to call super freshmen. Yeah. Super freshmen. So the first category of super freshmen, these students have received multiple nominations in a single category. First up, for multiple nominations of being involved, Sophia Ajari. Next up, for multiple nominations in the category of most service to school and community, Riley Johnson. Next up, multiple nominations in the category of most improved, Tyson Loftus. Next up, for multiple nominations in the category of most helpful, Amanda Southern. Great job, Miss Amanda, we love you. Next up, multiple nominations in the category of most improved, Charlie Tavares. Great job, Charlie. And last but not least, multiple nominations in the category of most helpful, Alexis Wegman. She's not here. Thanks for letting me know. Awesome. Okay, so category 2 of super freshmen. These are super freshmen who got a nomination in more than one category. Are you ready? So first up, for nominations as most improved, most involved, Kiana Barnes. Next up, in the category of also most improved and most involved, Alexandria Benson. Thought I saw her. No? Okay. Next up, in the categories of most involved and most helpful, Alexis Cutler. Next, we have most improved and most service to school and community, William Donzi. In the categories of most helpful and most service, Rowan Downey. Wearing his Patriot shirt. Next up, in the category of most helpful and most service to school and community, Connor Dufo. Categories of most improved and most service, category of most involved and most service to school and community, Miss Emma Fancy. Nomination for most involved and most service, Tatiana Garcia. Yes, you are. Stand up. Go get your award. In the category of most improved and most helpful, Stephen Gauthier. All right. Next up, most improved and most helpful, Zedame Gibson. Also, most improved and most helpful, Joseph Grosha. In the categories of most improved and most involved, the lovely Miss Samantha Holmes. Nomination for most involved and most service to school and community, Avery Knott. Come on up, Avery. Most improved and most service to school and community, Sophie Law. Nomination for most involved and most service, Alexandria Manley. Where's Miss Alexandria? Most helpful and most service to school and community, Elise Mazika. Nomination for most involved and most service, Catherine Motes. Nominations for most improved and most helpful, Lillian Morel. Nomination for most improved, most involved, and most service to school and community, Faith Wongi. Good job, Faith. We love you. All right, next up, most involved and most helpful, Michael N.G. Most involved, most helpful, and most service, Marissa Pascal. Great job, Marissa. Nomination for most improved and most involved, Madeline Peterson. Not here? Okay. Next up, most improved, most helpful, and most service, Joseph Tivnan. He is right there. Next up, nomination for most involved and most helpful, Sharon Tringali.
Am I not being off now? Stop. Wait, is it cold?
Decked out in Patriots here. My girl. All right, nominated for most involved and most service, Tristan Valley. And last but not least, nominated for most involved and most helpful, Miss Alexis Whalen. All right. Are you ready for the last category? Are you sure? Okay, you gotta listen. These are what I like to call the ultimate super freshmen. Are you listening? So these super freshmen are so super, they got multiple nominations in the categories that I will list. Are you ready? First off, multiple nominations for most involved, most helpful, and most service, Peyton Bourbon. Next up, multiple nominations for most involved and most helpful, Marissa Esposito. Multiple nominations also for most involved and most helpful, Miss Hannah Hill. Next up, multiple nominations for most involved, most helpful, and most service to school and community, Brian Langevin. Way to go. Alright, next up, multiple nominations for most helpful and most service to school and community, Miss Cameron LaPierre. Next, multiple nominations for most involved, most helpful, and most service to school and community, the lovely Miss Skyly LeClaire. Way to go, Skyly. Next up, multiple nominations for most involved and most helpful, Kathleen Montalbano. And next, for multiple nominations for the category of most involved and most helpful, Miss Hope Noonan. Next up, for multiple nominations in the categories of most improved and most service to school and community, Mr. Ben Schoen. Nice job, Ben. Great job. That was a nice round of applause. So you got most improved and most service to school and community. Let's give him another round of applause. And last, but not least, multiple nominations in the category of most helpful, most service to school and community, Joseph Winarowski. All right, let's give everybody another big round of applause. Great job, guys. Great job. Two quick things. First of all, congratulations, you guys are awesome. You're always awesome because you're my freshmen. One quick thing I want to let you guys know. Coming up this semester, I'm going to be showing up in your English and history classes. If you don't have English and history, I'll see you at another time, but I'm going to come in and do college and career planning meetings with you guys, okay? So we're going to talk about future stuff.